Hi students, in this video we'll discuss the third sum in designing a DFA sum or DFA. I have written the question: obtain a DFA to accept strings of A's and B's starting with a string AB. Right? As I said in the previous two videos, right, my first step is to identify the type, whether it is pattern recognition or divisible by K problem or mod K problem. Right, I have to identify this problem belongs to which type. Right, you read the question: obtain a DFA to accept strings of A's and B's starting with the string AB. AB is a pattern. Right, AB is a pattern. So this sum belongs to pattern recognition method. Right, so whatever pattern is given in the question, that will be your minimum string. Right, that will be your minimum string. And here, what is your sigma? Sigma is nothing but your alphabet. You can read your question: obtain a DFA to accept strings of A's and B's. My string, it can have A's and B's. Right? So my alphabet is A comma B. My alphabet is A comma B. Starting with the string AB. Right? Now, the next step is I have to draw my transition diagram. Right? So start state, circle with an arrow is your start state. Right? So how many elements are there in your minimum string? 2. I'll write one by one. This is our third sum. In the first two sums we have only one character as your minimum string. Right? Here I have 2 characters in my minimum string. So we'll see how to write. You have to write one by one. Okay. So next you write the second character in your minimum string. No more characters. Right. So you make this as your final state. Now you can number it. You know how to number Q0, Q1 and Q2. Now you check your transition diagram. This transition diagram will have your minimum string. It has your minimum string A, B. Now I have to list all the transitions. What are transitions? I am supposed to find out transition of, I am supposed to find Q0 comma A. Right? My first alphabet. Now here what I will be doing is like each and every alphabet I am supposed to apply to all the states. So if I take Q0, I have to find transition with respect to A, transition with respect to B. Similarly for Q1, transition with respect to A, transition with respect to B. Right? Again, Q2, transition with respect to A, transition with respect to B. So totally I will be having 6 transitions. So I will write Q0 comma B. Next it is Q1 comma A. Next it is Q1 comma B. Next it is Q2 comma A, and it is Q2 comma B. Right? So now see the diagram and fill. Which are transition? It is available in your diagram. You can fill it. Remaining you have to find it. Right? So I have Q0 comma A. Q0 comma A. It is moving to Q1. So I can fill this. Now what about this Q1 comma B to Q2? Q1 comma B to Q2. I have only 2. Rest everything I have to fill. While filling, right, you have to use your pencil. As I said, 3 steps you are supposed to follow. First, check whether self will work. If not, move to previous states. If both are not possible, you can move to your dead state. Right? You can move to your dead state. Right? So here Q0 comma B. Q0 comma B. So I will mark self first. Right? And I have to check whether this marking is right or not. I will write my string starting from start state B, A, B. B, A, B. Right? But what is the condition? My string, it should start with AB. Now check your string, it is starting with BA. It is not starting with AB. So this marking is wrong. What I can do? I'll erase it. This marking is wrong. So I don't have any previous states, right? So what is the meaning? My string, it cannot start with B, right? To satisfy this condition, what is this condition? Starting with AB. It should start with A only. It cannot start with B. So what I'll be doing is like move this B to dead state. This will be your dead state. I'll write dead state, right? And I'll give the next numbering Q3. The meaning is like I can say this is dead state or trap state. You know the meaning of trap, right? Once you get into it, you cannot come out, right? So if your string starts with B, it is an invalid. No more to trace, right? No more to do the remaining. No more to trace the next steps, right? It is starting with B means it is an invalid string which needs to be rejected, right? I should reject my string. It is not a valid one. So if you enter into dead state or trap state, that's it. You will be in trap state for any number of A's and B's, right? You cannot come out, right? So here this is Q3. Q3 is nothing but your dead state, right? Next is Q1 comma A. Q1 comma A, I'll check with self. Write the string starting from start state to end state. Don't branch to this dead state. Write directly. So what is your string? It is A, B. A, B. Right? It is, check the string. It is starting with A. But what is the condition? It should start with A, B. Again, this is not possible. It should start with A, B. So here this marking is wrong. I'll erase it, right? I'll move to previous state, right? I'll move to previous state. I'll write A. Now check this marking. How will I check? Start from start state and write all the strings, right? So A, right? A. When you reach, that is Q0, when it takes A, it is coming to Q1. Now I am in Q1. Q1, when it takes A, it is moving to Q2. So A, right? A. Then again I have to take this A. Then B. Then only I can reach my final state. Right? How to write the string? Start from your start state and you should reach your final state, right? So how you will be writing? A, second A, third, and then B. Now this is your string. Check the string. Again this string is starting with A, but my condition is A, B. So here even the previous is not possible. Even the previous is not possible. So what should I do? I should move to my dead state. I should move to my dead state, right? So Q1, when it takes A, it is moving to Q3. What is Q3? Q3 is your dead state, right? Next I have to find Q2 comma A. Q2 comma A. So here first I'll check with self. Write the string. String is A, B, A. A, B, A. Don't branch to this dead states and all. Write directly. Starting from start state, reach your final state. A, B, A. A, B, A. Check. Condition is satisfied. My condition is it should start with A, B. So this marking is right. So Q2 comma A is Q2. Next, Q2 comma B. Check for self. Right? Check for self, then check the marking whether it is right or not. So here it is A, B, B, A, B, A, B, right? Even if you want to write this A, not a problem, then B. A, B, A, B. But it is starting with A, B. Condition is satisfied. So this marking is right. So Q2 comma B is nothing but Q2. Right? Now what is my next step? I have to write my machine. Machine is equal to M Q sigma delta Q naught comma F. Q is set of all states. How many states I have? Q naught, Q1 and Q2. Q1 and Q2. Sigma is nothing but A comma B. And transitions you have here. And next is Q naught is start state, and F is final state is Q2. Right. Next here, transition table. How many alphabets I have? A, B. How many states I have? Q0, Q1 and Q2. This is my start state. This is my final state. So Q0 comma A. Q0 comma A is Q1. Q0 comma B is Q3. Nothing but dead state. Q1 comma A. Q3. Q1 comma B. Q2. Q2 comma A. Q2. And Q2 comma B is Q2. Right? This is the end of this sum. Thank you.